with a what books my kids love currently. So I have this huge stack of books that all my little ones love, and then I'll do a different video of the ones that my big kids like. We'll start out with these ones. These are actual bigger series. We have, I don't know, probably 15 of these ones, Junie B. Jones, and maybe 6 or 7 Flat Stanleys. And Elizabeth loves when I read these ones to her. So, yeah, so we have those ones. And then we have this God's Little Princess bedtime devotional for my little girls. And these are nice. They have just a little devotional and a little prayer, and the girls like that one. And then we have the Beginner's Bible, and all of my little kids. I actually bought this for Tyler probably, I don't know, I guess, 2006. So I bought this a long time ago. But all of my kids have always enjoyed the stories in it. I've used it in Sunday school. It's a really cute one. So we have that one. And then I just pulled out the ones that they're always asking me to read. So they love Fox and Socks. This one is a complete, The Complete Adventures of Curious George. And Riley loves Curious George. So these are all of the stories from when I was little of Curious George. This one is a really fun one. It's the Alphabet Family, and it has, I love the drawings. They're so just whimsical and fun, and just a little bit different than how you would normally have them. And so the kids like this one. And they love 10 Apples Up on Top. Horton Hears a Who. This one's one that they like, the On the Loose in Washington, D.C. So it's a book about Washington, D.C. But there's also, you have the story here, and then on this side it tells you, like, look for the donkey, the elephant, 3 giraffes, 1 penguin. And then in the front, like, you look for the different places. So like the Spy Museum, the Martin Luther King Memorial. So it's like a seek find type of book. Everybody Cooks Rice. And this is a really good one for when you're doing like a health unit study or whatever, but all my kids have liked this one, and it has the different recipes on the back. So the little boy goes through and through his neighborhood and tries all these different rice recipes, basically, that all the different nationalities have. And then on the back it has like how to make regular rice, how to make black eyed peas and rice, turmeric rice with pigeon peas, and so you just have all the different ones. And so that one's a fun one. I have several different versions of the Magic School Bus, along with the TV show. All my kids enjoy Magic School Bus. Again, they learn so much, and it's such a fun adventure, and so they really like these types of books. All of them really enjoyed this story over the years. I bought it probably 10, 11 years ago, and all of them loved the story of Ruby Bridges. And so from my oldest to my youngest, all enjoyed that one. Here are 2 that I bought last year that they all really enjoyed. One is about Duke Ellington, and it's the story of his life, his music career. And this one's Zin Zin Zin, a violin. And again, just they're fun pictures, and the kids really liked those ones. Elizabeth loves butterflies, so we have this one, and she likes learning all the little parts. We have In the Woods. This is more of just an actual picture book, but we do a lot of talking about this picture book. Jackson really likes that one. And The Pigeon Chick, again, Elizabeth loves this book. All about how the penguin grows. And I like these kind of picture books that tell like actual facts as well as like a little story. So these ones I got for Elizabeth. I've read them, but she hasn't quite mastered reading them yet. They're a little bit a little bit longer. Words like anaconda are kind of hard for a 5-year-old to read. But the Made by God, we've got the rainforest and the sea creatures, and these ones are really good. They tell like a little piece of information about each creature. This one all my kids loved, from my oldest to my youngest, partially because I do it in a weird voice. I always have. I'm not really sure why, but each one of the germs I give a voice to. And even though it has like a black and white photo from probably like 1975 of the little girl in it, it is still a fun book. I do wonder when it was published. Oh, it's actually 1989. I'm kind of surprised that they're black and white pictures like that. I wonder why the kangaroos have pouches and other questions about baby animals. And so, again, Elizabeth just really likes books about animals and learning different little facts. Here's one about dolphins that she likes. This one all the kids enjoyed, and it's a fun one. I got this at Sam's Club, I want to say. It was at the beginning of the school year, but it's got like all the parts of the eye in it. It's, if I could turn the page, it's got like all the different from the cells, lungs, how the muscles work. So it was a really, really good book. My little ones love this book about the seahorse. And I love Eric Carle's drawings and stories. So this is another seek and find book that my girls love. It's just a little fairies one. It's got Tinkerbell. Elizabeth loves this one, Lottie Paris and The Best Place. And the best place is the library. And she finds a buddy. These ones are hilarious. I got them at a library sale, so they have like these stickers on them. But they're Elephant and Piggy. And we have Pigs Make Us Sneeze and Listen to My Trumpet. And these ones are funny, and all the kids like them. This one is one of Lizzie's favorites. She loves Olivia. This one's a classic for everyone. Again, I got it at a library sale. But if you give a moose a muffin, it goes right along with if you give a mouse a cookie, or if you give, I think, a pig a pancake is the other one we have. This one has been Elizabeth's favorite since she was probably a year and a half old. It's I Promise I'll Find You. And it goes through, it's actually a book where all the proceeds went to finding missing children. But it goes through, the mom says, like, no matter what happens, then she'll do whatever it takes to find her child. And at the end, she finds him. This one is one of Riley's favorites, Brown Bear, What Do You See? And it's a huge board book, which I love. I love that it's a giant board book. Excuse me. This one has always been a favorite, and still, 16 years later, I still cry every time I read it. I Love You Forever. My mother-in-law just got this one for the kids, and it is a super cute story of how to babysit grandma. And so, especially the little girls love this book. Jackson loves anything Dory, so that one. These little everyday prayers, the little girls loved it when they were toddlers, and Jackson loves it now. It's just a little rhymey book, but it's a sweet one. Elizabeth got this one at the bookstore a couple months ago, and we read through all of the tales in it, and she really likes it. I got this one for Jackson when I was on my cruise, and he thinks that this is a great book. He loves the little boat and all the things that the little boat does. And so let me move these aside. Okay, so then we have the Tickle Monster. This one originally came with like little hands that you tickle him with, but I just tickle him with my regular hands. But Jackson really likes this one, the Tickle Monster. He'll come tickle me and tell me that he is the Tickle Monster now. Okay, so I have I Love You, Mommy. Jackson likes that one. He also loves the Dory's Sea of Wonders. Like I said, anything with Dory. Riley likes this Pocket for Corduroy. This is an old one, probably from when I was a little girl. But She really likes that one. And again, just some Curious George books she loves. I Love You, Good Night. All of the little ones like this one. My big ones liked it when they were little. Nighttime Noises. This is a good one if you have one that tends to hear every single noise at night and get up and tell you all about it. This is a good one. Little Bill. And I don't even know if they still show Little Bill because we don't have TV anymore. Like we don't have TV stations anymore, so my kids don't watch like Nick Jr. or anything. But my older kids loved Little Bill, and we've had that book forever. So here's another Curious George one. This one was actually on a Reading Rainbow episode. Reading Rainbow episode? Yeah, Reading Rainbow episode, and my big kids loved it. And then one day I found it, and Elizabeth loves this story, and it is a beautiful story about an emperor who who's getting too old and needs to find a replacement, and so he brings all the children in and gives them all a seed, and they have a year to grow it. And this little boy can't grow the seed, and he's so ashamed to bring him an empty pot. And when it comes down to it, the emperor has cooked all the seeds, and so the only one that was honest was this little boy, and so he was the only one worthy to be the next emperor. So this is a great one. I think we have 2 or 3 of these, like princess bedtime stories, and I think we have another one that's kind of like a Disney bedtime stories. Anyways, they're just stories based on all of the princesses. It's all big book. Pete the Cat. My kids like Pete the Cat, and the little ones think this one's funny, the white shoe one. And his shoes get all messy, but he still likes his shoes. This one my mother-in-law got for my daughter Elizabeth, and it's personalized. It has her name in it, and she loves it. Then we have Fancy Nancy. Again, we have several of these. All my little girls and Melody used to love them, but both my little girls love Fancy Nancy now. And then this one is one that I wouldn't have expected my kids to love, but especially Elizabeth did, and it's a ballet for Martha. And it's a beautiful story about this girl learning ballet and being confident and having it her ballet moves go with the song. So these are the books that we read all the time. We add in a ton of other books, but these are the ones that they always bring me to read. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe below, and I'll talk to you later.